Hello everyone, it's Natalie with Crochet by NatalieLucille, and I'm going to make another variation of the teardrop bangle earrings, which I love these kind of earrings, and I've gotten some really good reviews on the first one that I made, so I thought, oh, I found another kind, I'm going to go ahead and make it. So let's make it together. So I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm not using a floss on this one. It's just a little bit of a thicker yarn. It's kind of a sport weight, but it's not as thin as the floss. So you're going to start out by making a slip knot. And I am also using, and you can use whatever size you would like, but I'm using a number 7 yarn hook. And I found this graph on Pinterest, and so I thought I'd create it with you guys. So you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to come down to the beginning here, and you're going to slip stitch to form a ring, just like that. So this first row, you're going to be working in the center here. I know it's small to see that little ring, but it is there, I promise. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to work a 2 double crochet cluster, and all of your stitches here when you begin are going to go into that ring here. So it's yarn over, insert into the center of the ring, yarn over, and draw up. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and through 2, and you're going to do that again. Yarn over, go into the center down here, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through 2, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and you're going to go through all 3. Then work a double crochet right into that center hole here, just a regular double crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, double crochet into the center, then you're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster to finish out the row. So it's going to look like this. So you do basically a half of that double crochet, yarn over, go back into the hole, then yarn over through 2. You're going to do that one more time. Yarn over through the hole, yarn over up, yarn over through 2. So you end up with 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and through all of them. That ends up being your first row. So now we're going to work on the second row, and it's chain 3, 2, and 3, and now we're going to turn the work. And you're going to work another 2, it ends up being part of this, but it's a 2 double crochet cluster. So working into the top here of your cluster that you made from the previous row, you're going to go yarn over, insert into the top, yarn over, pull up, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and through 2. And do that again. Yarn over, insert into the top of that cluster from the previous row, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and through all of them. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to work another 3 double crochet cluster into the top here, so we're going into that same stitch that you just worked a moment ago. So right into the top, you're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and go through 2. Then you're going to go yarn over, go into that same stitch again, yarn over, pull up, so you have 4 loops, yarn over, go through 2. You're going to do that one more time, yarn over, insert into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through 2, so you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and through all of them. Chain 2, 1, 2. And in the chain 5 from the previous row here, you're going to work 6 double crochets. So it's yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 5 space from below, yarn over, pull up, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So we're going to do that 5 times more. So here's number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Well, hold on a minute. I said and number 5, but we need 6. Hold on, let me make sure I do have the right number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more. Number 6. There we go. Chain 2, 1, 2. Then coming over to the cluster from below here, you're going to work in the top of it. So you're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster. So working into the top, I gotta find the, it's kind of hard to see. It'll be right in the center here. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, up, yarn over through 2. We're going to do that 2 more times into that same stitch. 1 more time. And then yarn over through all, and we're going to chain 3, 2, 3. You're going to go into that same space and make a 3 double crochet cluster. Now all your sides are going to be the same, but I'll show you what it looks like when you have to turn your work and start the 3 clusters for the other side. So you've just finished your row 2, and it should look like this. So we're ready to work the next row. So you're going to turn your work, and you're going to come to the chain 3 space here in between the 2 clusters, and you're going to work a slip stitch. So you just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then just pull through the chain on your hook. Pull through the loop on your hook. Now you're going to chain 3, and you're going to make the 2 double crochet cluster. I'll go ahead and do this with you because each end will be the same. I'm going to do that again, and you're working in that chain 3 space. Now you're going to chain 3 again, and you're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster in the center here. Sorry, my arm keeps resting on the yarn and it's pulling it. My apologies. Okay, that is your 3-part double crochet cluster, and the side will look like that. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to come over to the tops of your 6 double crochets. So you're going to come to the first one, and we're going to work in the top. You can see the little hole here is where you're going to insert your hook. We're going to work a double crochet. So it is yarn over, insert into the top here, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, chain 1, and you're going to do that throughout the whole row here. So it's double crochet, chain 1, next one, double crochet, chain 1, and you can see how it's looking so far. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and one more double crochet into the top of the previous row's double crochet. So you should have 6 double crochets and a chain 1 space in between each one. So now we're going to come to the end and work in this space here. So you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to work a 3-part double crochet cluster, chain 3, and a 3-part double crochet cluster, and I'll be back. Okay, so I finished my clusters, and now I'm going to work on the next row. And remember, all you have to do is turn your work, and then you see the chain in between, the chain space. You're going to work a slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Work your 2-part double crochet cluster, chain 3, and a 3-part double crochet cluster in this space. Okay, now we're ready for this row. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Come over to the center here, and in between the double crochet, the first 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space, work a single crochet. So you're going to insert your hook into that space, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through the 2 loops on the hook. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Come to the next chain 1 space, insert, yarn over, up, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to make a total of 5 single crochets in this row. Single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, insert to the next chain 3 space there, or chain 1 space, and then that was a single crochet, chain 3, and then you'll have 1 more single crochet, and that finishes that. And then you're going to chain 3 and then work your clusters and chain 3 in this space here. Okay, so I worked my clusters at the end. I turned my work, slip stitched into the center here, chain 3, and then worked the 2-part chain 3 and then the 3-part double crochet cluster. Now you want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then working into the middle here in your chain 3 spaces, not this first chain 3 space, but you're working into the center here. So you have your single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. In that space in between there, you're going to work a 5 double crochet cluster. So it's yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through 2. Do that again for a total of 5 double crochets. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. Yarn over and pull through all of them. So that is a 5 double crochet cluster. Chain 1, and coming to the next single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, work a 5 double crochet cluster in that. So we'll do that one together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one really didn't come out like I wanted, but it still works. 5, and then through all of them there. Chain 1, and you're going to work a total of 4 of the chain 5 clusters, and I'll be back. Made my 4, 5 clusters, and make sure that there's a chain 1 space in between each one. So you've made your 4th one, and now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then of course you come to your end here, and you're going to work your 3 cluster, chain 3, 3 cluster, and when you turn your work, don't forget to slip stitch in the space, and I'll be back when I come to the next row. So once you've turned your work and worked your clusters here, so far everything should look like this. Now we're ready for the next row. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this row you're going to work in the chain 1 spaces, and you're going to have a total of the 3, 5 double crochet clusters. So I'll work the first one with you, and you're going to come in between these clusters, and you're working in that chain 1 space here. So you work, there's your 1, come back in and work 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all of them. So you're going to chain 1, work 2 more 5 clusters, chain 3, come to your end and work your ends the way you do, turn your work, and we'll be back on the next row. Okay, so I'm ready for the next row. I finished my 3 5-part cluster, came to the end. Now I'm ready for the next row. Chain 3, come to your 3 clusters here. You have your chain 1 space. Work your 5-part cluster in each of these chain 1 spaces, chain 3, and then work your ends. So I've worked my 2 clusters here. So you'll chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then you'll work your ends the way that you would normally work them. So it's the 3 cluster. I'm just going to go ahead and do it with you. And my yarn really likes, I love this yarn, but boy, it likes to split on me. That's okay. I make a lot of small stuff with this yarn. I love mustard yarn in the fall, so I'll be wearing these in the fall for sure. They might be a little big, but we'll see. Chain 3, and then another 3-part double crochet cluster. And you can see how it starts to taper as you, almost like you're decreasing a stitch in the center, so it creates that teardrop shape. See, this is what it should look like so far. Turn, and then your slip stitch in the center, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2-part double crochet cluster, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, 3-part double crochet cluster, and we are getting close to the top. I just love it. Chain 3, whoa, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to make a 5-part double crochet cluster in the chain 1 space. That is a tight fit. There we are right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then pull through, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and let's come to our end and work the 3 part. 1, 2, 3, and then pull through all 3. Sorry, my son's in the background. Chain 3. We've talked to him a lot. He's a heel walker, and we have hardwood floors, and so he does a lot of stomping, and he doesn't realize that he's a heel walker. And so if there's background noise, we just go with it. So there is your end. So let's work. We're coming close to the end. That slip stitch in that center and work the chain 3, and then your 2-part cluster. There's 1, 2, pull through, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. I'm working it kind of fast, but you can pause at any time, just like that. So now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, come to the top of your cluster and work a single crochet. So right in the center here, work a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then your 3-part cluster, and we're about almost to the end. We've got about 2 more rows, so we're just going to keep the video going. There's 1, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go right back into that space, work a 3-part double crochet cluster. Just like that. Turn, and it should be looking like this. Whoa, don't drop your yarn. There we go. So yes, turn your work into the space, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2-part double crochet cluster, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3-part double crochet cluster, 1, 2, 3, yikes, and then you're going to come to the side over here and work your 3-part cluster like you're working on the end. 1, 2, and something just dropped in the other room. I can hear it. 3, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 3-part cluster, and then I kind of messed up on that cluster, but it still worked. Turn, slip, and this is our last row. So slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do our 2-part cluster here, but don't pull through on the 3rd one here, or this part, don't pull through. Come over to this one and work a 3-part cluster. 1, that does not want to go through. There we go. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And you'll have 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over through all of them, and you're done. Cut your yarn. Oops. And then fasten off by just yarn over and then pulling through, just like that. And that is how easy it is, and that's what it will look like. And this is almost thick enough that you may not have to use a fabric stiffener, and I kind of like how it turns a little bit like that, but I might use some fabric stiffener just to kind of give it that shape, to kind of where it's gives a little bit of a 3D texture, something like that. Or I mean, you can do whatever you want. But isn't that lovely? I'm going to be making another one. But that, you can see the difference, too, of size. So using floss versus even the sport weight, and this has about 3 strands here, you can see the difference in size. But that's what it would be like. So that's why I think, you know, if you want to have a smaller earring, you would use the floss. So that is another variation of the teardrop earring, and I can't wait to make the other one. And you can even, if you wanted to use the fabric stiffener, you can make this into a necklace. You can embellish a hat, a scarf, a bag, a coin purse. You can make it into a key ring, whatever you would like to do. That's what's so lovely about the versatility of it. So y'all, thank you for watching, and hit that subscribe button, and ring the hit the notification bell, so because I upload regularly. Y'all have a great day, and I'm so glad we got to learn something new.